Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Leisha, the Preacha-OK. Well, I'm going live right now as I'm driving home. I said, let me talk and drive. Don't worry, I'll be safe. It's a little wet out. I wouldn't say it's raining, maybe a little drizzle, you know. So, anyway, yes, I am supporting Madam Vice President, future President Kamala Harris. And how am I supporting her? I'm supporting her by cheering her on. I'm supporting her maybe even financially. If I can just send $10, $15, $20, you know what I'm saying? Hey, just trying to be supportive, cover her story on my channel. All of that is support. I'm going to wear t-shirts and earrings or whatever they put out there. You know, my advertising stuff. But I will not be voting. Let's get that clear. I will not be voting Democrat on the federal government level. I just won't. But will I be cheering my girl on? Yes. And let me tell you why as I drive. Okay, I'm ready to drive now. Ooh, focus. Yes. All right. Okay, so this way. Okay. I think I'll be adventurous. Okay, so yeah. To me, guys, I gotta get a new one of those things. So, with a phone. My phone. Okay, let's try that. We're back. Okay. So the phone fell like I said. But I don't want all this stuff to get off the screen. Anyway, let me just talk. So, um, I believe it was necessary for Joe Biden to step down. President. I believe in respect. He is our president. I think it was appropriate for him to not step down. I don't think it was appropriate for him to step down. Maybe not run again. Yeah, just don't run again. He should have never ran in the first place. How about that? And gave her a clear start from the beginning, whether she win or lose. Whether she win or lose, he should have given her a clear start from the jump. But this reminds me of legal marriage, between men and women. Men will marry a woman, and in this case, as a woman. Usually men be in that position, but as we know, the VP spot is second position. It's an assistant position, and gender doesn't really matter. Gender doesn't matter. So obviously, the laws of the land in marriage prove it too. A man can choose legally to be his second position wife, partner, and it can be male or female. So anyone can perform in second position. Anyone can perform in second position, male or female. When it comes to first position, being president, being the leader, Can anyone perform in that position? Probably so. Probably so. There are women who are leading in ways that blows men and women's minds. But just because a woman can do something doesn't mean she should. So getting back to, I'll just get comfortable, Joe and Kamala. Okay. I've given them their respect, their titles and stuff. So Joe and Kamala, we'll just keep it, we at home, y'all. We are American citizens and we're at home, so we can talk more. So Joe used Kamala to get the black vote, obviously. He used her to get women's votes. Whatever he used her for, he used her. He's almost done with his job. He's decided, I don't want this job anymore. I've been in politics 50 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him. Who can be mad at the man? But it's how he did it. Why couldn't he lead in a respectable way to set up his VP, his partner, his wife, his dang on phone? So I'm just going to keep talking. Why couldn't he set her up in a way where it represents him and for her to be successful? Why couldn't he do that? It even says in the Bible, if a man finds his wife to be undesirable and he don't want her no more, he's supposed to give her a divorce in a way where she can go and find another husband like that with ease. You know? So to me, Joe did not do that. Just like my ex-husband. He used me to raise a child for him. He used me like a surrogate mother. And then after 25 years, just left me for some other woman. After he got what he wanted, he left me just like Joe Biden is leaving Kamala Harris with a mess. Leaving her with wars all over the place, immigrants running all over the country. You know what I mean? He's leaving her just, like, so that's why I have to support her. Because she is being treated like most American women. Most American women, especially the black woman. No matter what color the man is, he can be black, he can be white, he can be poor, he can be rich. It don't matter. Men in America are going to leave his woman, and if she's black, it's going to happen twice as fast. And then we're going to have to clean up the mess. Obama went through the same thing. He was left with a mess. And he cleaned it up the best he could. You know. And then, so here we are again. Here we are again. So I have no confidence in the Democratic Party's ability to do right by Kamala Harris. So that's why I'm going to support her, because whenever any woman, any partner, anyone in second position is abandoned, neglected, and just left holding all the bags, just left holding all the dirty bags and abandoned, how can I not stand behind a person in that position, whether you're a man or a woman? I'll be honest. I don't agree none of this mess. But I don't agree with people being mistreated either. And what is being done to her is wrong on all levels. If she was good enough to be chosen, no matter what her past is, no matter who she slept with, no matter who she's sleeping with now, she has done her job. And she was chosen, she was elected, and she is in the position to do the job whether we like her or not, whether she's black or not. She is there, and she has done her job, just like I was there and I did my job in second position as the partner. I did my job just like Kamala did her job, no matter who we just slept with. We still went to school. We still had certain positions and have the right to get all the benefits that come with it. And see, they try to rob her just like I was trying to be robbed. I got something I could do. Praise God. But I didn't get all that I was worthy of. No matter what anybody thought or felt about me. Just like Kamala, no matter what we think or feel about this woman, she has paid her dues. Just like Obama, no matter what I think or feel about him, his wife, or whatever he's married to, it don't matter what we think or feel. The man went to school. The man had certain jobs. He did what he had to do to get to where he got. And that's why I voted for him, even though I didn't totally agree. Why do I have to agree to be supportive? I don't. I didn't agree with my husbands, but I still put in 32 years. Did I agree with them cheating on me and leaving me for other women and marrying these women, forcing me and my kids to have to deal with these people? No. I didn't like all that was going on, but I dealt with it. I put my time in, and I deserve the benefits for doing that. And that's what Kamala deserved too. And that's what any vice president, any wife, any second position person deserves. Whether you like them or not, once you pick somebody, then you need to be responsible. You need to be held accountable, and you need to accommodate. We have let this happen. We have let this happen. Whatever this is, whatever is happening, whatever is going on, we let it happen on our watch, on our dime. We get up every day and work our butts off for this kind of crap to happen. It happens every day in our homes, and it's happening right in the White House. In the White House, in our face, a man can create all kind of heaven and just leave a woman standing there looking while everybody is mocking her, laughing at her, while she's trying to fix it, fix his mess. So I'm just saying, this thing is horrible, guys. Guys, I'm gonna get a new one. This is crazy. I think I do have one. I gotta look at my bag of electronics. I'm not driving, so I can just hold it now. But I'm done my little rant for today. My little old black lady rant for today. But yeah, that's why I'm supporting Kamala, even though I'm not voting. You know, I can support a neglected woman without, you know, having anything to do with the man. Okay. Her husband, you know, her husband, the president is divorcing her, abandoning her, neglecting her, leaving her holding a bag of wars, a bag of civil craziness. He leaving her looking like a mess. And all he got to do is tap out and say, I'm old, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? And she like, wow, wow, just wow, guys. So yeah, there is no telling what we all are headed for, but there is telling of it. It's in the scriptures. I'm going to keep reading the Bible and sharing what I see in the scriptures. Everything that we're going through today is in there. It's so amazing. It's really not that big of a secret. It's well scripted, and we're just seeing the motion, like the live motion pictures of it or something. I don't know. I can't even explain. So, yeah, so what we're reading in the Bible, all these movies and TV shows and performances and stuff that we see are like little snippets, scenes of stories in the Bible. Right? And so I can't wait to put together my stuff, you know. All I can do is tell my stories to you right now. And then maybe one day I'll be able to put my stories on film, you know. But yeah, that's what I see going on with Joe and Kamala. Joe has divorced her and left the house a mess, and people are cheering him on while he just go on with Jill, his little wife, and act like he, do nothing. Just like my ex-husbands, they just went on with their next woman. Well, their next woman was already in the background waiting on me, telling him to leave me. The next woman always be in the background telling him, you need to leave her and be with me. Well, Kamala, let him go ahead on. Let him go. Let him go ahead and leave you with this mess. It's only a few months left of his term. Let him pack his little bags, and going on to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Joe, going on to the left. And Kamala done going on up in there and do the best she can where she stand. You know, qualified. Well, he chose her. Why do we have to worry about her qualifications when he already chose this one? She's already worked. She's served. She's earned the bag. She's already in position. What are we talking about? Yeah, there's a process. But do they follow their own processes? Come on. Men follow processes when it's convenient for them. Right? So go ahead and let Joe go. Let Joe go. And Kamala, you stand on up and do what you got to do, like most of us women have to. When the men leave us in a broken home, what we do? We fix it, ladies. That's what we do. We fix up the house. So the American house is broken. It's under attack, you know, all kind of thievery. So now, ladies, we can come on in here and clean up, possess the house, possess it. We got to get possession, legal possession. We got to get the house in our name. Ladies, until you get the house in your name, until he leave you, divorce you, and gone on and be with that other woman, until he do that, and you get that house in your name, it's not a whole lot you can do. But once you get that house in your name, then you can repair the windows, get the roof fixed, replace the doors. You can rebuild it. So Kamala, go on and rebuild that house the way you want it. You've been in there serving, doing your thing. He divorcing you, he leaving you, he's abandoning, like most men do. This is what men do. They can be married to a woman for years and years and years and years and still leave. Thank God you didn't have to deal with this man for that many years. You only had to put in a few. You know, Go ahead, let him go on to his wife. Some men go back to their wives. Other men, stay with the other woman. I know I'm just making a joke in my head, guys. It's just funny to me. I'm glad I can laugh now. I have cried so much about being dumped. You know what I mean? I'm at the point now I can laugh. Especially if it's happening in the White House right in our face. They playing in our face, y'all. So we get to play back. Why can't we play back? All kids act up when their parents get divorced. I don't know, not even grown kids act up when their parents get divorced. Grown kids be hurt, broken, act up. Well, that's what we're going through, y'all. Our white father just walked out on our black mother. Well, kind of black mother. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, she's black enough for me, y'all, but I'm just being funny. She's black enough for me. But she's just not generational Afro American. See, there's different types of black. All black ain't the same, just like all white ain't the same. You got to know your black and you got to know your white. I'm just saying. And to that lady in Germany, the lady in Germany, are you serious? You really think we don't have breakfast, lunch, and dinner? You don't think we eat fresh fruit? You don't think we're clean? You don't think you think we just have boy babies and spit them out and let them just run around and figure out life on their own? We don't feed our kids. They don't know nothing until they meet you? Really, lady in Germany? Seriously? What is your history when it comes to dealing with other people? What is your history? Is that our history on a collective, large level? I'm just saying. Well, anyway, I'm always out there, getting food for my family. I was a substitute teacher in my kids' school district. I was my daughter's Girl Scout leader myself, you know. So I don't know what kind of black families in America that she is referring to, but we'll just let her have that. We'll just let her have that. We'll just let her have that. But that is so funny. So I shared that because I have 7 black grandsons. And I told them that of course you can love whoever you want to love. But please don't love no woman that think like this. I played that video of this woman. I asked my grandsons, I said, how many white people are knocking on our doors trying to feed us? They was like, no. I said, how many black people in your life is feeding you? How many black people in your life get up and go to work and feed you breakfast, lunch, and dinner and make sure you got clothes and fresh food and, none of my grandsons are cooking their own meals yet. So somebody is feeding them. And trust me, it is not no white woman from Germany. Ain't no white woman from Germany in my home feeding the men in my life. None. So trust me, lady, that man is running game on you. He is running some big time game on you. But that's okay. Better you than me. I'm telling you, better you than me. Okay. Oh, so, and how about this? As a matter of fact, I adopted two sons, and one of my sons is mixed, and his mother, her people are from Germany. I raised a German woman's child because she didn't want him. So what is this heifer talking about? What is this German woman talking about? I raised a son. I didn't give birth to this child, but I adopted a son whose mother comes from German descent and whose father comes from probably Afro American descent. Like me, probably somebody like me. Afro Indio. I wouldn't be surprised Indio too. You know what I'm saying? The white woman, black man mixture. They didn't want him. I adopted him. So we black women will raise the kids that you don't want. So I don't know what she talking about. If you talk to my son, he'll probably say I was not that good of a mother and all that, because that's just, his father left me for a white woman. His father left me a white woman, so they, what I'm saying. But he gonna probably, talk, sell that thing to white women that, I was horrible, so that they can bring him fresh fruit, and before she take a bite of her own food, I mean, if you give him his own plate of food, then why do you gotta take food out of your own mouth to give him when he got his own plate that you just gave him? But I'm not gonna go there. So of course my kids gonna say I was the worst mom on earth, But there's no way they could have reached age 18 if I didn't feed them breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There is no way the black sons that I adopted, I didn't give birth to them, but I adopted them. There is no way they could have reached age 18 if they never had fresh fruit. If I never served them food because they didn't know how to cook. I'm just saying, we actually was a family. Now, were we a screwed up family? Yeah, we were screwed up. We made a lot of bad decisions as parents over our kids, but they still went to school, good schools. They were star athletes, well traveled. We were horrible parents, by the way, but our kids had the best that we could provide, no matter how horrible we are. My kids grew up in the suburbs with our horrible selves. They were AAU. They were in AAU for years, all of middle school and high school, because we were that horrible. We paid for all their friends to be on the teams with them because we were so horrible as parents. Just such a dysfunctional black family. We took our kids on family reunions pretty much every time the families invited us because we were that bad. Black American families are so bad that we just send our kids to school, feed them, take them on vacations, and, just try to buy homes and, all this stuff because we just don't know no better. Just dumb. So broken and dysfunctional. We take them to church and teach them the Bible because we're just that bad and horrible. It's a mess. Y'all pray for us over here in America. All this freedom is ruining us. We get to wear what we want, drive what we want. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's new or used, it don't matter. When we have a lot of money, we riding high. When we broke, we can just ask for money on the street. It's so horrible over here, and we black women just make it so horrible. I mean, we'll work 2 and 3 jobs to make sure our kids have, school clothes, because that's just how dumb we are. I'm exaggerating. I'm really having fun with this. I'm gonna have fun with this. Why not? Why not? These white women think they can just take our men because our men convinced them that we're so bad. Okay, bye. I'm about to go on vacation. Y'all, I'm about to go to Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Barbados, St. Thomas. I don't know, wherever. I'm just going to go on this cruise with a bunch of black evil women. a bunch of black evil women. We are about to go on vacation, have a good time. Because we're old and lonely and don't nobody want us. So we have to like work and buy our own stuff and pay for our own vacations. And just, like enjoy our grandkids alone and by ourselves on holidays. You know, it's just so horrible. And we deserve this. We deserve to live our best lonely life because, we're not submissive. We are loud. We're loud. We're too loud for men. The best way to get rid of a man to just look like you finna cheat on him. You ain't gotta argue with a man. If you don't wanna girls, if you really wanna get rid of your man, you can't stand him no more. Just make it feel like he got some competition. He out of there. You ain't gotta argue with him about not paying no bills. You ain't gotta argue with him about nothing. You ain't gotta argue with him about not taking the trash out, stopping fixing stuff. When the love bombing is gone, you ain't gotta argue with him. Just replace him. I'm just kidding, y'all. It ain't that simple. I wouldn't have been married 32 years if I was living like that. See, we black women could just have fun now. We could just have fun. Don't nobody want us. So we can just love ourselves, work, make all this money that they claim we have, buy all these fun clothes at these urban stores. You know what I mean? Enjoy our kids, go on vacation. If we want to be bothered with their baby daddy sometimes, do it. But if not, then hey, go home. You own it yourself. Go home. We know how to mow our lawn. If we don't, we just pay somebody, right? I'm not saying we don't need men. They just don't have to be in our bed. I pay men to do the stuff that my husband used to do. I got grandsons that are so happy to do stuff around our home. It's theirs too. I'm teaching my grandsons to take care of themselves. This is our family property. This is us. Ain't nobody else is gonna come and give us nothing. Ain't no white woman in Germany is gonna do nothing for you, Boo Bear. You gotta do it for yourself. Every black man and black woman gotta take care of themselves. Every black man and black woman must be independent. Must be. We have to hold each other up to be independent. So I'm not mad at anybody for doing whatever they got to do to get to where they got to go. And Kamala Harris, to me, she's not like me. To me, she don't necessarily represent me per se. So me voting for her is not going to necessarily do anything for me personally, but I relate to her. I relate to her as a woman. I relate to her as a black woman. Am I only black? No. Is she only black? Whatever black is. Whatever black is. I'm Afro, Indio, you know, West African, more specifically with the Afro. Uh, but it may not even be limited to that. So I'm just saying, I just say Afro because Afro represent all hair like this, the kinkier wool hair, Afro hair. So, you know, and then Indio because I know about I'm generationally American, generationally, like hundreds and hundreds of years, generationally, like go back, way back. So, I belong here. Now my West African side of me, yeah, I have more than one ancestor. I have that West African Kojo Lewis part of me, yes, but I also have ancestry right here in America that wasn't shipped from nowhere. That Indio part of me was already here, and there's another Afro part of me that was already here. There's an Afro part of me that is not West African. So yeah, I do have that West African part of me that was brought here on a slave ship. Yeah, I do have that. But I also have the Afro part of me that was already here and an Indio part of me that was already here. So that's why I say I'm 300% invested in America, bloodline wise. So, Kamala, I support you, but you ain't like me and you don't represent me. But I will support you because I understand what it's like to put time in with a man and then he just leave you hanging and blame it all on you. Let your reputation just run rapid like he ain't do nothing, like he's so innocent. I know what it's like to have to come behind a man and clean up a big old mess while he run off in peace, like he earned to be that happy. Okay, go ahead. Let him go. Let Joe go. Let Joe go. Let him go. And Kamala, do your thing. Do your thing, girl. You can do no wrong. Okay, you can do no wrong. You can't. This man left you with the biggest mess in history. And you're going to do just fine because you're going to have the whole world to stand on. To stand on. The whole world to stand on. Wow. Kamala Harris is going to have the whole world to stand on. That's a beautiful place to be. I love it. I love it. And it's just going to happen. It's just happening naturally. I don't even have to vote. I just have to breathe. And this will happen just by breathing. I love it. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Congratulations, Kamala. Thank you, Joe, for moving out the way. I wish you could have did it better. Put her on a better platform. Put her under better circumstances where she don't have to be begging and out here in the streets, being called names. She didn't deserve that because she was already chosen. She was already elected. You know, this is what I mean by when men leave their first wives and leave their, families looking all busted and disgusted. Well, you don't have to do that. Men don't have to leave the position all busted and disgusted and raggedy and toe up, leave the house. He's leaving the White House all jacked up and throwing it at her. So that's why I'm supporting her, regardless to my vote. Regardless to my vote, I'm supporting her. I support neglected, abandoned, abused women. And Kamala is going through that right now, unnecessarily. It's not fair, regardless to who she is, to who she represents. Regardless to who she represents and who she is, she don't deserve to be treated like this. Just like I ain't deserve to be left for some other woman. Twice. Twice. Especially the last type of woman. Especially because of the money. Yeah, I said it. At least give me my money. You can have a man. But why take my money? Why my benefits gotta be compromised because you won't? That's all I'm saying. So we're not going to compromise Kamala Harris's benefits just because Joe Biden checked out. We're not going to cheat her. We're not going to cheat her and treat her like she's not the VP already. We're not going to cheat her and treat her like she hasn't already earned all 4 years but a few months. You know what I'm trying to say? That's our job as the American people, is to make sure that this divorce, this breakup, this abandonment go down right. She's endured all the criticism. She's endured all the shame and the blame. She's endured the walk of faith. Looking crazy, looking black when she ain't, all kind of crazy stuff. Unnecessary stuff. But it was law. But it was socially accepted. And now here we are. Regardless to what I think and regardless to what I feel, Kamala Harris is being abandoned. And I'm not going to just sit by and act like I don't see it. I'm going to at least say something, describe how I relate to it. You know, I'm not going to be quiet. I don't have to vote for her to be able to help her and be supportive and speak what I see. And I don't have a problem with people who bring out all the truth, bring out all angles. Some people may feel like, Candace Owens, her story coverage may have been unfair. Well, you know, hey, we all have the right to report out, you know. But I say again, regardless to who she slept with, who she's sleeping with now, regardless to all that, she was chosen. She was voted in, and she deserves to go all the way. Period. She deserves all the benefits. And girl, go on and get that money. You got to get that money. To me, she is a sign, a symbolism of how we Afro-Indo-Americans, just Afro-Americans, Afro-Indo-Americans in general, are a part of the inheritance, the American inheritance. We are a part of it. Not all Black people, different types of immigrants that have come in after slavery, after the civil rights movement, after we've already put our work in. Those people, immigrants that are Black, like Kamala Harris, Obama, them, they're not like us. They don't have the same inheritance that we have. Period. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter how they look, they're still not us. Generational Afro-Indo-Americans. We have a different pot of wealth than they do. They're not from here. They don't have the roots we have. Even if they came here and married from our trees, how you have corporate, and then from corporate you have branches. So generational Americans, we're like we're corporate. We're the corporation. And immigrants are like branches. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get off this line. And I just wanted to explain how, why someone can support somebody, speak well of them, understand them, and still not vote for them. Because I'm trying to help her, which is helping me and other women by being supportive. But I will not vote for a system that put her in the position that she's in to even need it. I'm just saying. And you'll say, well, why would you want to vote uncommitted Republican then? Well, that's another video, but I'll just tell you a little bit right now. We, as quote unquote black people, we've maxed out the Democrat side. We were not welcomed in none of that stuff in the beginning. You know what I mean? They didn't want us a part of none of that. But we're determined to be included in things, in their things. So, so so we've maxed out the Democrat side. Okay, we've maxed it out, and they still treat us like crap. K- Kamala Harris is proof of how they will treat us on that side. Okay, so now it's time to go on the other side and max it out. Kick the doors down, break the windows on the Republican side, the same way we've done the Democrat side. We didn't used to be that powerful on the Democrat side either. But now we're powerful on that side. We've made a difference. Now it's time to go over on the other side and dominate it. We have dominated the Democrat side. Now it's time to go over to the Republican side and dominate it. There's nothing else to really vote for on the Republican side. Let's go tear that house down and rebuild it. We did it with the Democrat side. We did, guys. What else is there to do over here? I'm bored over here. Ain't nothing else to do. But the Republican side, it's it's hardly any of us over there. We like to be so included in stuff. The Republican side is wide open for us to go over there and do some shit. Why are we over here, the Democrat side, still doing what? At this point, we just arguing, being irritating now. I and one more quick thing. The reason why I would ever vote for Trump in the beginning is because through him, I could see another, I could see our first real generational black man, generational black man, cotton picking black man. Okay. To me, cotton picking black men, to, you know what I mean? To me, we haven't had our first, you know, Afro Indio American president. I know we've had Barack Obama, the first quote unquote black president, and Kamala Harris is quote unquote our first black female president. I get that part, guys. We can check that box. I get it. But there's another level that we need to obtain, the actual generational Afro Indo American black people that have already been here. What about us? How can we let immigrants, black immigrants, come in and dominate over generational black? So that's why I have an issue with Joe Biden. Once brought a stranger in our house, he brought strangers in our house, played in our face. That whole black title Black classification. That's playing in our face to me. Call me who I really am. Afro, Indio, West African American. Call me all of me. Don't be reducing me down to just something that can be hijacked. Something that's trying to take my inheritance, my national, natural inheritance. I don't like that. No matter how old, black, ugly, and evil I may be perceived here in America by whoever is bold enough to feel that way and think that way, I don't like being played in my face. I don't like when immigrants can come to a place where we are naturally here and dominate a place where we were here. We were already here. All y'all need to go. All y'all need to go. All y'all need to go back to wherever. Back to Europe. Go back to Europe. Go back to Africa. Go back to wherever. Russia. Go back to China. Go all y'all go back. Only the people that were naturally here from the beginning need to be here. We don't get to just come over in your country and just take over, do we? I mean, I know we be trying. You know what I mean? I know we be trying. But at the end of the day, y'all post up, created your own money, and trying to shut down our money. Well, our money is good for us. We're not beggars. Americans, we don't have to be beggars out in the world. We can love ourselves. America, we can love ourselves. We can take care of ourselves. We can trade within ourselves. America needs self love. America needs self care. That's what America needs. And I believe Kamala Harris will teach America how to love itself again. That's what I believe. That's the phase we're in right now. Self care, self love. We have maxed ourselves out in the world, America. We have played the harlot. We've played the harlot. We've maxed ourselves out. You know, we're in a position where we're just kind of abandoned, neglected, used, abused, discarded. But you know what, America? We're going to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, you know, because whether we black or white in America, generationally, not the immigrants, generationally, whether we black or white, we're still related. We're still family. Whether we black or white in America, we still need to respect the boundaries of our communities. It's not a competition. I'm not competing with any woman. If you want my man, and if he's willing to go with you, enjoy your life together. I am going to be okay. I am not the kind of woman that's going to stop a man. Kamala Harris said, Joe, you quitting? She raised like $50 million overnight. Joe, are you leaving me, Joe? Joe, you're leaving? Okay, I got you. Ching ching. Phone calls. Joe's leaving, guys. I need this, that, and the other. Okay. So yeah, America, be like Kamala Harris. America, let's be like Kamala. When our man leave us, And see, it's legal for two men to be married. So men, other men you marry may leave you. Men, other men that you legally marry is likely to leave you, just like Joe has left Kamala. Holding the bag of war, bag of hate, bag of shame, bag of confusion. What the hell is black? What the hell is white? Am I Indian? Am I black? Am I Jamaican? What the hell am I? Who knows? And people say it don't matter anymore. Ooh, but it do. It do. It do when it comes to inheritance distribution time. So I want to make it clear who I am. So when it's time for the inheritance to fall from the skies of heaven, I'm going to be in the right line, in the right lane, in the right blood, in the right situation. So it's okay to be who you are. It's okay. And you do not have to compromise yourself. You don't. So, America, we collectively, America is feminine energy. And we, America, are experiencing a divorce. And that man, America, it's time to love ourselves. America, America. Self care, self love. American made products, American made trading. Close our borders for a season, not forever, but for a season. America needs to heal. America needs a mother. America needs a woman like Kamala Harris who is willing to adopt us all. And I know what it's like to adopt a child, children. She has adopted children. She has not given birth. And at first I thought that would be a concern. But now I realize that she has adopted children. You know, no matter what kind of woman we want to classify her as, we got to look at all of her, all of her. And we have to give her a chance. Because, again, we didn't choose her. We didn't choose her. Joe chose her. He didn't have to, but he did. And we have to hold his feet to the fire. He chose her. We elected and voted, and we must hold our own feet to the fire. How dare we put her in a position where we elect her and then abandon her, call her a hoe, call her out her name? How dare we do that? But I understand it. I understand it. That's how we are, you know. It's good to put it all out there. That's why I put my own stuff out. I already let people know. Not that I'm anything special, nothing like that. But I am on here, on YouTube. I have a voice. I have 1,000 subscribers. You know. So I'm out here and I let it be known that, there's good about me and there's bad about me. Yeah. There's good about me and there's bad about me. And I talk about both. My good and my bad. I'm here. You don't have to go digging around far in my past. Because I tell y'all right here, I'm from the hood and I have a hood life background. Even though, even though I've never been arrested, I've never been to jail, I have a decent driving record, you know what I'm saying? All of that. But I still even with all this clean record, stuff, I still tell y'all that don't underestimate the fact that I'm from the hood. That's all I'm saying. Regardless to how clean I appear in 55 years, being a substitute teacher, Girl Scout leader, school council member. I've done a lot of great stuff in life. I have. But despite that, I do have some negative things about me. That's life. Period. And I don't mind talking about it. I don't mind exposing myself. I don't need nobody to expose me. I can expose myself. I'm proud of me. I'm happy. Even on my worst day, when I was basically homeless and sleeping in a car, I was happy. I was happy. Even when I be on here crying, because I'll come on here and cry in a minute. Y'all know, I got a lot of videos on here me crying. It's just not fair for what we women gotta go through. You know what I'm saying? I be on here crying. I be on here praying, testifying, everything. Just sharing my life, sharing my pain and my joys, my ups and my downs. And that's just how we black women are. We just put it all out there. On our good day, you get it. On our bad day, you get it. And I see Kamala being no different. She like, hell, I got a pass. I dated Montel. I was with Mr. Brown or whoever, and he was married with whatever they say about her. I don't know what's true or not. It is none of my business. I don't know nobody that don't sleep their way to the top. Who don't sleep it? Even if you legally married, you are having sex with your wife. You are having sex with your husband as often as you need to relieve your stress so you can get to the top. I wore my husband's out to relieve stress because I know I was depressed. You, I'm one of those kind of people. Sex relieves my stress. So I had to have sex just to get through the damn day. All them kids. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So when people say that they be trying to use sex as an excuse to, I don't get enough sex. Most women have to have sex just to get to sleep. I had to have sex just to get to sleep every night. Because I was going to church and they was acting like, mental health medication was against the spirit and all this kind of stuff. So I had to figure out whatever I had to do to relieve stress, relieve anxiety and depression and stuff. And for me, it came with a lot of sex, personally. But I'm not married anymore and I'm not in a relationship. So I handle it in a different way now. And I'm thankful for that. So I'm tired of being cheated on. I'm tired of being, I'm glad that I'm learning how to be independent. And without even having to need a lot of money. I'm glad I'm learning how to be independent without needing a lot of money. So again, back to Kamala. I support her. I support her without voting. You can support her without even voting. You ain't got to get caught up and guilt tripped into voting for her to be supportive of her. you know. And for me, an example of that is helping a neglected woman without paying her husband's bills. I ain't gonna pay some man's bills up in his house while he mistreat his wife. No, I don't mind helping that woman when he's done with her, or when she's done with him, or even if she's with him and trying to get away from him but needs some help. That's different too. But now that he's left, divorced, abandoned, yeah, he got a few more months to do whatever he got to do to get out. But I want to help her transition, move on. You know, a lot of women will leave other women right here. Will talk about her, abandon her, laugh at her. That's what she get. She was a hoe anyway. I mean, other women will do this. You know, well, I ain't gonna do that to her because that was done to me. When my husband left me, everybody just assumed that I was the no good, trifling hoe. And while he was obviously running off with somebody else, he was the one that was obviously leaving me for somebody else, but yet I'm the trifling hoe that everybody need to abandon. Make it make sense, people. Please make it make sense. He's marrying or is married to the woman he left me for, but I'm the bad person. Joe Biden abandoned ship. Guys, it's a war. What about this whole? I'm going to be quiet. Let me be quiet. Because I am nobody. I am nobody out here. Just an old black woman who's been divorced twice, hit the wall, and should just be quiet somewhere, shut up, sit down, all that. I'm just going to live my best life, y'all. This is so fun now at this point. Now that I have, relaxed in life, healed, still healing, and, a little bit of time. The majority of my healing is it's way up at like the 90%. I think I'm gonna always have like a little small percent to heal from, just because. Why not? Yeah, but go, Kamala, go, 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 Kamala, go, go, go. So now she can be free. She can do whatever she wants now. She can express herself because she's endured. She endured a man. When you endure men, the other side of enduring men is there's a freedom. The other side of enduring your job, to me, jobs, men, things that work you, because we're women, we're helpers. We're helpers. Whether it's a job or a man, kids, parents, whatever, women, we're helpers. So, once you endure helping where you're contracted to help, where you're supposed to help, you know, then you're free. The other side of that help is freedom. Yes, yes. And I'm enjoying that freedom phase. I love it. And that's why I'm happy for Kamala. And I can't wait to go on my girls' trip in October. I can't wait to go on my girls. So I'm going to be 55 in a couple of weeks, guys. 55. I ain't trying to toot my own horn or nothing, but toot. Not bad for 55. If I have to say so myself. And I have to because there's no one else. When there's no one else to toot your horn, you have to do it yourself. You got to stir up your own gifts, encourage your own soul. There's a lot of things that I do need men for, and I pay them for it. Thank the Lord that they have, businesses out here that, men own and they offer services. I thank the Lord. But the things that I don't need men for, like going on vacation and, working and paying my own bills and stuff like that, I'm so thankful. Thank the Lord. And the stuff that I do need them for, I just pay them. Because at the end of the day, that's what most men really want anyway. They want their money right. So I work and give them money to fix my stuff until my grandsons are big enough to do it for me. Yeah. So it is what it is. In the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy vacation time with women and have a good time, you know. Because I was watching this one video with this lady, this older lady, mature lady. She actually paid for a vacation for her and her husband. He act like it was killing him to be with her on vacation. Now she's divorced now, and I'm happy for her. Because who wants to spend their senior years living like that? So I'm glad that woman took my husband. And that German lady, if you over there doing all of that, then I'm glad you took him from America. I'm glad you took that man from America. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad. So, you know, I'm happy, guys. I mean, I'm like, I mean, I was dreading this. I can't believe I was dreading this moment in my life. I didn't think I could be happy without a partner. I didn't think I could. And now that I force myself, and I know the world say, no, you didn't force yourself. You don't have no choice. Well, I mean, really, that's not true. I did have some options. I mean, like right after my husband left me, it was somebody right there. We just couldn't agree on some things, you know. But I was still sensitive, and he was sensitive. We were still sensitive. But at the end of the day, I need to be where I'm at. I need, for the first time in my life, at 55, 54, 55, I need to know what it's like to be independent. I mean, like truly, where I don't need my parents, where I don't need another adult to approve anything. I can buy whatever house I want. I can buy whatever cars I want. I mean, I know how to feed myself, whether I get it free or pay for it. I know how to clothe myself. If something break in my house, I fix it. I pay somebody, some man to come fix it. So I just don't see what the problem is. And as far as being alone, I mean, like, my daughter lives with me. We get along. My grandsons are here like every other day or so. Every a couple days a week, my grandsons are here mowing lawns, playing card games with me, just being companions. And I get to have interesting conversations with them, you know. So I guess I don't know what alone means. I don't know what alone means. I don't know what it means. Even though I'm divorced and don't have no man in my bed, I don't know what alone means because I have people around me. I mean, I'm not stressed anymore and depressed, and you know what I mean, because I've learned how to manage myself. I've learned how to not have people around me anymore that stresses me out. As long as I don't have people around me that stress me out, make me depressed and anxious, then I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to deal with it. You know what I mean? It's really that simple. I haven't had any suicide attempts since 2019. 2019. There's nothing here stressing me out. So I think Kamala gonna be fine now that Joe is out the way. Now that Joe volunteered to get out the way, Kamala gonna be just fine, y'all. Her stress is gone. Now she can do things her way, and there's no wrong way. Mm-mm. Just like Joe could do no wrong, Trump could do no wrong, Obama could do no wrong, all the other people that could do no wrong, she ain't gonna do wrong either. On her worst day as president, she is not gonna be wrong. How can she? All these men before her, they weren't wrong. This is what makes it so funny. You know, it's one of those situations. If it don't make you cry, if it don't make you cry, it'll make you laugh. What else? But in the meantime, I'm cheering on her. I'm cheering Kamala on. Cheering her on. She may not be like me per se, but hey, she is her. And she has proven herself. She has stood the test of time. She's done it. Whether we like her or not. Whether she's good or not, don't matter. She there. She there. I'm gonna back her up. I'm gonna back her up. Why not? I've backed up everybody else. Hey, give her a chance. Give her a chance too. Especially if she earned it. She said she want to earn it. And some women obviously will earn it no matter what. No matter what. Ooh-wee. I ain't mad at them kind of women. I'm just not one of them. But I can't be mad at them. I can't. I might talk my smack sometimes, but I can't be mad. And when it's time to stand behind them, I'm going to be right there because I know I'm not one of them. I am not a Kamala. I am not going to do whatever it takes to beat men. I'm not going to just do whatever it takes to beat a man. I really believe that men should, in this system, they should lead in their own system. I really do. Because unless we women win and completely take over, until we're at that point, you know what I mean? Completely take over, then we're still in their system. We're still playing their game. And they should lead in their game because I don't know their rules. I don't understand their logic, and I understand our logic as women. I get us. But in their world, they need to lead in their own stuff until there's a complete transition and switch. And I'm not one of those people who, I'm not a Kamala. I'm not a Jasmine Crockett. I mean, they're like in the trenches, you know, like in the political trenches. You know, I've like thrown my little pebbles in. I was like a school board member. You know what I mean? And I had ambition to go further, but the marriage hindered it. I told my husbands how ambitious I was. I told them before we got married because I knew I had to be with people like Stedmans. I need a Stedman type of man. If you're not a Stedman, then you're just hindering me. You're gonna hinder me, and then that's not gonna work out. So, you know, I'm still breathing. I'm not dead. So let's see what's gonna happen in my life, guys. Let's see what happened with Dr. Alicia the preacher. Let's see what happened with me. Well, I love you guys. I'm gonna stop just, rambling on here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I see 2 viewers. Thank you guys. Click like, subscribe, share my videos, watch my other videos, you know. And go Kamala, go Kamala, go Kamala. Hey, go Kamala, go Kamala. And I'm gonna do another video on Donald Trump. Donald is so funny. I mean, like he he's interesting. I think that Donald Trump, to be honest, I think he did all of this. He ran for president, not because he needed to. He did this just to make sure his wife and her family could be here. I think Trump is going through everything he's going through just because of his wife. And she's beautiful. I think I would do some crazy stuff for a beautiful woman like that. Yeah, I like beautiful women too, guys. I do. I just can't afford one. I can't afford a beautiful woman, so I just go ahead and just, deal with men. I deal with men because I can't afford a beautiful woman. Okay, now I'm being really crazy. Bye, guys. I love you. Bye.